You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents the Old School Show with Ken, aka MrGentleman,
and the star Roddy Rod, where we talk anything old school.
True. Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, y'all already know what it is. This is the Old School Show, season 2 premiere, and we are back. We miss y'all. We really miss y'all. And I just want to say before we start, thank y'all for making this a fan favorite of MrGentleman, the podcast. So y'all already know I got my co-host. The star is back, y'all. We got the star right. He's back, y'all. Your star, welcome to the Old School Show.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's the Old School Show where we talk everything old school.
Yes, so. You already know. And we got our special guest. She is a returning guest. She was just on the season finale of the Old School Show, the Disney episode. But now we got her back again. We got, I might see more, who knows? We got Miss Vanna B on the show. Welcome back, Miss Vanna B, to the Old School Show.
Hey, you guys, what's up? What's going on? Thank you for having me back and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and we're happy to have you back, But today episode we all talk about popular sitcom. I know we talked about sitcom at the beginning of the season of season 1, but it was black sitcom. But this time we talk about popular sitcom in the 80s and the 90s. So this is like overall. But before we start, I got some trivia question. I got some trivia question actually. Y'all already know we got the Old School Show. We got the trivia question. And we're going to start off with, what was the longest sitcom in the 80s and the 90s?
I know in the 80s, it has to be the Jeffersons.
What about you, Vanna?
I'm going to go with, for the 80s, possibly the Golden Girls, I want to say. And then for the 90s, Friends.
And what about you for the 90s, Roddy?
90s could be Friends.
All right, so the answer is, for the 80s, it's actually Facts of Life. Jefferson was in the 70s. But it do lead into the 80s. But Facts of Life though was exactly straight off the whole 80s. Oh. So Facts of Life was Facts. I was shocked too. I thought it was Jefferson too actually, but it was the Facts of Life. Y'all know the Facts of Life with Kim Phil's. But Tootie. Tootie. Yeah, there you go. But I didn't read about Facts of Life like that. But and the 90s. I didn't watch it like that, but I know Kim Phil's in it though. But in the 90s, I thought this too, but shockingly, it wasn't Seinfeld. It was Frasier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was shocked about that. I thought it was Seinfeld too, actually. But it turns out it was Frasier. Yeah, because if you think about it, Frasier was a spinoff from Cheers. So Frasier.
And I got a bonus.
Oh, what's the bonus show?
Longest running cartoon of
we know that, but just say the answer. We already know what that is.
The Simpsons.
Come on. We know that. Of course. Come on. That was live when I was me and I ain't gonna tell your age, but when I was born. but yeah, we know that we know that it's very old. But we're gonna talk about Simpsons though. That's actually on the list though. But what is your favorite sitcom that y'all love to watch in the 80s and 90s? At least name one for each.
Well, I love me some Golden. I see. I'm kind of the Golden Girls. Yes, because I can watch that all day, every day. And for the 90s, I'm kind of torn between Living Single and Martin and stuff. And sometimes a Nanny. So I got a couple that I like to watch. A couple.
Okay, nice. What about you, Roddy?
I would say Different Strokes and for the 80s and maybe even, will Good Times be considered the 80s too or not?
No, that's 70s.
That's 70s.
That in the 70s.
Damn, darn it.
Yeah.
But this 7, I guess.
But that's also 80s. That's also 80s.
Yeah, that's for the 90s.
Yeah, 90s. Yeah.
So for the 90s, of course, it's going to be Family Matters and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think I watch every episode of those shows.
Okay, true. For me, the 80s is the Cosby Show, the 90s is Fresh Prince. Yeah. And I ain't gonna hold you. I know everybody is slamming this reboot of the Fresh Prince, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm looking forward to that reboot.
See, I actually do. I actually want to watch it because I think that people are disconnected because it's not supposed to replace the original. The same thing like when Coming to America came out. It's not supposed to replace it's for this generation.
I agree. I agree. And to be honest, the Bel-Air show, it don't even give me a Fresh Prince reboot. It gave me an American vibe. Like,
Yo said something. You got a shot to looking for you, and I said, "Oh, that's what we doing." I said, "Okay." So watch this. Yo said a whole shot to them people that I'm looking for him. You already. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yo, it come out, I believe, in 2 weeks. After Super Bowl, it come out right after Super Bowl on Peacock. Yeah. I am looking forward to it.
Yo, I was gonna say, do people think that reboots are supposed to like basically be continued?
They do.
To remind them of every aspect of the old show.
Yo, I mean,
it's almost like when you think about it, like how people sample songs and music. Obviously, it's not supposed to be how the original song was. Yes, you're taking elements from it, but you're doing it to reconnect to the current generation that you're speaking to. It's nostalgic. It's an honor. But I think people put so much pressure, like, oh, it's supposed to be like this. It's like, no, it's made for this generation. Or, made for the target audience.
I get that too, yes.
Exactly.
That's a good relatable Vanna. I like that.
Yeah, and funny, Roddy, how you mentioned it? So I got a next question. Like, what is your favorite regroup? And funny, y'all want to know what the term regroup is. I found out recently that regroup means the reboot and sequel to a show or movie. So, like, for example, Full House. Full House is the original, and then it had a regroup with Fuller House. That's pretty much the term of it. We actually got a term of it now. So that's good. We actually got a term of the reboot show that have the original cast, but it's a brand new show. It's called the Week Group.
Can we just say R.I.P. to Danny Tanner?
Of course, yeah, no, definitely.
Take a moment, because that definitely bothered me. I was like, wow.
I agree. Definitely, Bob Saget, recipe to Betty White. This is for y'all. This is for y'all because we lost a lot of TV legends. I mean, if we want to go far back, Jay Ainsley, and there's a lot of TV legends. And I
would say almost every TV show have lost a lot of people because even when you look at the Moesha show, that's half the cast.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly, Moesha.
I mean, you met all the way to Bernie.
Yeah, all
Bernie. The way to the guy who played on the Steve Harvey show. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Romeo.
Oh yeah, Romeo. Yeah. And don't forget Michelle Tanner. Myra on Family Matters. Yeah, it's a lot of legends.
She passed away. Yep. She's on there.
So we go to honor all of them. We go honor all of them because a lot of them we got mentioned on the show. On this list is
And you know what too? I'm sorry because I just thought about him. Louis Anderson.
Oh yes, recently Louis.
That was recent, like last week.
Last week, yeah. Yeah, remember I used to watch it. I used to watch this cartoon on Fox Kids on the Louis Anderson show. Like,
oh my god, that and then Bobby's were. Oh yeah.
We gotta give
this away.
Fact. You missed the Saturday morning episode. I should have you on it too. You missed the Saturday morning episode. But let's get back to the original question before we get to these shows. So, what was your favorite week group that was made so far? That was from the original and then turned to a sequel of the show. What was your favorite so far? If I could,
I feel like we haven't had that many, but I could be wrong.
We didn't have a lot though.
We didn't have a lot. Like I was actually pleased the way that they continued Fuller House. I actually liked it. I liked it. I was sad to see the Olsen twins not be in it, but I liked how the premise is, how it was actually relatable, especially because now the girls are older. And they actually discussed things that are relatable, like how Stephanie couldn't have kids, and just it was good. I liked how they progressed with that.
I actually agree. I gotta agree with you on that too. I actually enjoyed Fuller House as well. That was a really dope show. And like I said, it's relatable. It was the same crew. We had the same original cast, and it was basically about their family as well. So I definitely enjoy Fuller House. I agree with you on that. I agree with Fuller House as well. And what about you, Roddy? If you could think of one.
The way they continue Boy Meets World, I kind of liked it, but I kind of liked it for the reason that they kind of brought back everybody for one last time. So I don't know, like, if I like the show entirely, but you know, seeing Topanga and Corey again and them trying to bring back the reunion was definitely a good look. That kind of made me feel good when I saw that.
I mean, my thing about like we spoke about, you know, Girl Meets World, and I it was okay. If it wasn't on Disney, I feel like the show would have been better. It was too,
I believe it was too cheesy for
it was too cheesy for me. Yeah, but here's the thing, like Vanna said at the beginning of the show, the requel is not for us. It's mainly for the next generation. So we can
still take pride in the art. Like,
I mean, of course.
I did watch a couple episodes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I definitely watched it based on when they had the nostalgic part. You know, when they had all the nostalgic people, I definitely watched that. I didn't get to hold you, but let's get to these shows. You know, so we'll start with the '80s. Yeah, so we'll start with the '80s, and the first show we're gonna talk about is Different Strokes. Roddy, I think let Roddy go first. This is Roddy's favorite show right here. Roddy, you go first on this one.
Man, I tell you, Willis and Arnold. It was so crazy, you know. I like that show, you know, because it's like, you know, you got the two boys adopted by Mr. Drummond, and you know they come from a rough upbringing. I mean, even in the show, they still had a lot of lessons and a lot of episodes where, like, you know, Arnold getting bullied and Willis, or vice versa. So, you know, it was definitely a cool show. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Hey, Vanna, what about you? Did you watch Different Strokes?
I think I've seen a couple episodes. I think it was cool. Like, I like the fact that it was something, again, like Rod said, that, you know, you had two African-American young men adopted by, I guess, wealthy, I guess, Caucasian. Yeah, Caucasian man, and just seeing that dynamic and having those sometimes uncomfortable conversations, even back then, because we knew things were going on then. So I definitely appreciated, you know, the lens that they took this show to do with it.
And you know, I ain't gonna lie, I did enjoy Different Strokes. You know, like I like the concept of the show with the two brothers living with Mr. Drummond and the family and stuff like that. I enjoyed it, but did y'all know that, you know, Kevin Hart did they did a remake recently, and Kevin Hart was like playing Arnold, and David Wayne were playing Willis.
Willis. ABC did a special when they did that, and they did Facts of Life. They did coming live or something like that, and it's actually it's either on Disney Plus or it's on Hulu, because I started watching.
It's on both. It was on both. It's on both.
Yeah.
So you can find it?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I watched it. Even though I didn't watch Facts of Life either, I watched the Facts of Life version too, and both of them was really good. You know, Kevin Hart he did his thing, yo. Kevin Hart and David Wayne, they did their thing, doing that special. And the thing about it, I didn't even know that Facts of Life was a spinoff to Different Strokes. I didn't even know that.
Me neither.
Because the miscarriage, right?
Yeah, because the
Garrett was the one. But then even, and I hate to go backwards. Oh my Lord, I'm having a brain moment. What's the show with J.J. Evans? Lord,
Good Times.
Good Times is actually a spinoff of another show also. So a lot of these shows.
Oh wait, it is.
Yeah, if you Google, or I can try to Google it. Good Times is a spinoff from another Prime show that was back in the 70s, and they introduced Miss Evans, and then that's how they got to where they were.
I didn't know. That's new. I did not know.
I definitely didn't know that.
Now, the Good Times, I did not know Good Times was a spinoff at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got Miss Google here. We got Miss Google here. Miss Google facts. She gonna bring the facts. But I know the next show.
So
even though
it was a spinoff of the show Maude.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Maude is.
Me either.
Like the Jeffersons is a spinoff of All in the Family, but I know we're gonna cross that bridge later. So yeah.
Oh, actually, funny thing, Jeffersons are actually next. Even though Jefferson started in the 70s, but it ran all through the 80s. So we can talk about Jefferson. Good thing you mentioned Jefferson because I didn't write down the Jeffersons. How y'all feel about the Jeffersons?
Yeah. I love the Jeffersons, man. Listen.
Sherman Hemsley, bro, so entertaining.
It's that hairline for me. The hairline, it was wheezy in her voice. It was just everything.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I know I mentioned this on the first episode of the Old School Show. We spoke about Sherman Hemsley. I told him like he was a dude. He was a very shy dude, but once he got on that set, he was a completely different character. And the fact that him shine like that made him a big hit of the show, and everybody ran to like for 11 seasons.
You know what I wonder? That wasn't. And then when did the show Amen come in? Never mind. You know I'm jumping ahead. Let me go back.
I know Amen was in like 86.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, that show was hilarious.
Amen. It's funny because I forgot to add that on the list. Thank you. But Sherman Hemsley, man, like I said, he's a legend. I love him as an actor, man. And I remember the last time that I mentioned about him and Rizzy was on another show. It was Fresh Prince. They was on Fresh Prince twice. So I would like to clarify that fact that I missed on the first episode.
Twice?
I forgot it. Yeah, they was on it twice. It was one time.
I don't remember one time.
Yeah, I know one time that it was when they were buying the house.
And it was buying his house, right?
Yeah. They're by his house. And remember, Arnold then was there as well. And I think Donald that Mr. Not My President was there and stuff like that. And then another episode where they went to couple therapy when Will and Lisa with the couple therapy and Sharon Headley was there.
I peeped that, right?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah,
I really forgot all about that part.
Yeah, cause remember we were talking about the Old School Show the first time when Sands was here. I got that information wrong. We thought it was Wayans Brothers. We got that completely wrong. He's on
Wayans Brothers too, as the plumber thing.
He was. Okay.
As a super, yeah.
Yeah, he was on Mad Show, man. That's a legend right there, man. And rest to be the Sharon Henley, Weezy, man, legend right there, man. And the whole, legend, man. I love the Jeffersons. I gotta hold you. I love the Jeffersons. The theme song, though, oh my God, man, we got to talk about that theme song, though. G. Louise, man, I love that theme song.
Bitch, don't fry in the kitchen. No, right?
Yeah. You're right. Oh yeah, and y'all know who
burn on the grill.
Yeah. You know who wrote that? The lady who played Good Time, Janet Du Bois. She wrote that.
Yes, she definitely did because I feel like I think the Jeffersons, they also did like the ABC special and she was there singing it. I thought, but she died?
No, she died. She died. I think she died 2 years ago, I think.
So I think she was a lot. So I feel like she sung. I could be wrong though, but don't call me out. But yeah, I do remember that.
I don't know. I don't know. No, Jennifer Hudson sang it.
Okay.
Jennifer Hudson sang it. But we gotta talk about that too. Jamie Foxx. That man. we gotta talk about his performance because he killed it at Sherman Hemsley. We gotta talk about his performance.
Oh yes.
And really, Jamie Foxx deserves his flowers, man. That man is a talented actor, son. Let's get that man his flowers, man. Jamie Foxx, man.
Yes, gotta give him his flowers.
That's big.
And we're gonna talk about Jamie Foxx show later because it is on this list. But yeah, Jefferson, man. So next we got a cartoon for a sitcom, and this is like this is something like the Flintstones. But we got the Jeffersons. How you feel about the Jeffersons? I think Roddy want to go first for this.
Nah, Jeffersons was cool. Well, Jeffersons was all right. Future. You got Elroy, and you got the Jane, and you got the father, and you got the big daughter. It was okay. I like the fact that I like the Jeffersons because the future just amazes me. All the stuff that they had. They had electronics. They had, robots and stuff. So it made me really visualize what was really going to go down and maybe way ahead of us, And I like that.
Hey, what about you, Vanna?
That show was false advertisement because it's 2022. We supposed to have spaceship cars. So
it's coming. I believe it.
That was all false advertisement. Like, I don't know if I really got into the Jetsons like that. Like, once I did love the Flintstones, but the Jetsons I just kind of, it puts me to sleep if it's on TV. But
oh damn!
Here comes Miss Vanna.
Yeah, that show is the reason why I have trust issues now because they lied. So they lied. Okay.
The Justices. I mean, I liked it. I mean, like you said, I do like the Flintstones a lot better. But I do like the concept of the show about the future and stuff like that. And you're right. We are supposed to have flying cars by now too, and everything. But then again, we are having robots soon, so maybe it's not that far off. It's not that far off. But yeah,
I'm optimistic that it will happen in another 10 to 15 years for sure.
I believe it. I believe it.
Because we do have cars where you could charge up now.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
But are they flying is the question. No,
no, I don't care. Okay, they don't fly. Okay, they don't fly. Okay,
my name is Vanna B, and I support my message. Okay. Thank you.
All right, well, hopefully we get to fly cars soon. Next show. Okay, we got the Cosby Show. How y'all thought about the Cosby Show?
So I feel like this is going to be a rough topic. So I feel like. We can't erase the Cosby Show out of TV history. As much as people are trying to and whatever, I really honestly feel like we cannot. And I think what happened, what transpired behind the scenes has nothing to do with the art that was produced. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm gonna get persecuted because then y'all probably like, oh, you probably listen to R. Kelly too, but that's neither here or there. But I just feel like we can't erase that family and what seeing Black excellence looked like. We can have our opinions, we can say whatever, but I feel like we can't erase what that show was significant for.
I agree with you. I mean, I'm sorry, like. I've always been a fan of the Cosby, man. I love that show. I still watch it to this day. I don't listen to R. Kelly like that though, but I do watch the Cosby, man. And we can't erase history. I always enjoy that show. One of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite shows in the 80s. Still one of my favorite shows today. I have to always watch it, man. I'm sorry, he created a dope, amazing show.
If we didn't have the Cosby Show, we wouldn't have gotten a different world.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, then we need to just archive all that, and I don't think that's fair. So that's just my opinion.
Also, I feel like shows like the Cosby, we would not have favorite shows like Fresh Prince. We wouldn't have favorite shows like Family Matters. We didn't even have favorite shows like Everybody Hate. Well, which we would have Everybody Hate Chris, but the Blackish. So
yes.
the Cosby Show inspired many family shows, and I feel like they would. Well, let me rephrase that. Many Black family show that was successful because we have Black shows.
Because I think that we had shows, and I'm gonna try to word this correctly, and so no one I offend anyone. I think that we had the shows that showed like so much of the hardship, but yes, it was the unity of the Black family. But it was nice for once you have someone as a doctor and the wife is a lawyer. She's actually working and they're managing a whole household. They have 3 kids, 4 kids, and you see the evolution. Like we needed that, in the midst of having, of course, the good times and everything. But it was nice to see something in another light for us.
Thank you. You pretty much said it. You got the words out of my mouth.
And not only that, the Cosby Show actually spawned so many damn careers.
That's true. Yep, that's true. You're right.
Very true.
That's true.
So many careers, man. Everybody got. Not saying everybody, but a lot of people. First gig was the Cosby Show.
That's true.
Look at Raven Simone and the empire she built.
There you go. Yes. Raven.
You know, look at Keisha Knight Coleman. I know she's married. I don't know what her married name is, but look at things like that. Even Lisa Bonet, she's still relevant in the culture. She divorced from her husband, Jason. If you hear Jason, if you hear this, Mohana, hey baby, come take me to dinner.
What's the
But Rod, you brought up a really good, valid point that there were so many careers that were launched based on this show, and so many moments. What was the thing where Theo in the shirt that the sister made? I forgot what it was called, or even the part when I remember when who was it? He clips his parents' anniversary, and they get to dance on the stairs. And Rudy killed it.
Yeah, the Ray Charles.
Baby.
Yep.
Yes, like it's so many. Yeah, we can't erase that from the culture, y'all. We can't.
You definitely can't. But I got a fun fact, Aaron. The good thing, this fun fact will lead into the next show. Did I know that Vanessa from the Cosby is married to Ron from Different World?
Wow, yes. I didn't know that.
I found out probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, Tempest bless her.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And there you go. The Different World. I'm gonna say one thing about Different World. I would say Different World was really before its time, yo. Like really before its time. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I think that's what it inspired me to want to go to a HBCU. I think that Hillman College was everyone's first HBCU.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that we need to put some respect on the fact that it gave, a voice and a leverage to HBCU and seeing people, who look like us in school, and they had uncomfortable conversations also. They talked about abuse. They talked about marriage. Yeah. They talked about how to love your woman properly. Take notes, fellas. We have to...
True. They did.
So, and then you have... what's her name? Summer Creed, who I want to say that's her name. She's had a career over like 30 plus years doing voiceovers, and if it wasn't for that show, we wouldn't know who she is. And amongst doing other things as well, Jada Pinkett Smith was on that show.
Definitely.
So it's so many careers and people whose faces we got to know based on these shows.
Hold on. First thing first. Shout out to Debbie Allen.
Yes.
Enough said. Who is the sister of Felicia
Rashad. Yep. Shout out to Black women and Black don't crack. Hello.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So he just really helped a lot of people get on, and they're all still doing their thing up to this day, man.
Yeah, agree.
What is the guy name that plays the lawyer on Power now?
That was Elvin. Well, that's not his name. That's not his name. But that's
I think his real name is Gregory something.
Yeah, and it's funny because they were making fun of him because he was working like Trader Joe's.
For real.
At least he had a job, and now he's on Power. So you can't say nothing about Elvin.
He was on Power. He was on the Haves and Had Nots.
Yeah.
He'll be on many more things to come.
Exactly.
Just don't watch.
Yeah, exactly. Booking busy. Yeah. Shout out to 50, Courtney Kim, and Tyler Perry for getting him back up there, man. Because we gotta appreciate him, stuff like that. But Different World though. That was an amazing show.
It was.
I like all the characters. It was just amazing. The topics, everything, man. I love that.
The episode that
really. See, we got to do like a soundtrack for this show. The whole soundtrack.
Appearance on that show too.
Tupac, right.
Tupac
was on that.
He was
on that, right? He was definitely on that, right.
Rest in peace to Tupac. The episode with I watched the Unsung when they did it.
Oh yeah, me too.
And it was so sad, what's the guy named Kadeem? He was saying
Dwayne.
The one who played Dwayne. He was saying on the Unsung episode it's so crazy. Like, we coming back to sign on to the new season. I just pulled up in my new whip, and everybody in the room all sad. And
I remember that.
We just found out that this is the last season. We're gonna have a few more episodes, so we're just like, we're canceled. Yeah, so like, NBC, coming back from the break, he was splurging. He was on top of his game. All that money and stuff got to their head. They was out here buying expensive stuff, and the next thing you know, they come back and hear the show get canceled, and they got a few more episodes. It was devastating that day.
It was. NBC do that a lot, man. NBC be doing that a lot, especially when it comes to black shows.
I was about to wake it up, but I didn't want to say it, but you said it.
So I was saying. They do though. NBC do that a lot though. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, of course, Cosby got a good send-off, but different world didn't. I can't think. Gerard, the Carmichael show didn't. Marlon show didn't. If we talk about black shows, right now that got canceled by NBC. NBC be canceling a lot of black shows, man. I hope Grand Crew is a brand new show right now. Don't get canceled, because I know how NBC is. They try to compare it to Friends right now. But my bad, Vanna. I had to go off real quick. My bad, Vanna.
Listen, I'm here for it, but that's a whole nother conversation to have. So that's why in this year, like, I'm happy that we have for the most part. Well, let me use this correctly. I'm happy that there are some networks that are for us, by us. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
But there are some that, and again, as much as people want to get on Tyler Perry for throwing back on the dress and so on and so forth, he did what he knew the assignment and did the assignment.
Yeah, we had a discussion about that. Yeah.
So
I realized that he knows that that's the money maker, and he knows that that's what the people want to see, and that's what made him famous for many years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he's also launching so many careers, and then it's like, just look at what he was able to purchase in Atlanta. Like, his studio used to be, I think, either a Civil War, either a plantation. It's one of the other. Nice though, and now I'm going to Atlanta in a couple weeks, so I just want to drive past it. But it's like, look at a black man who was homeless, came from nothing, and look what he's done. So as much as people want to, talk about him and shoot him down, and he always wears that damn dress, but he's also paying it forward, reaching back and helping people around him.
He is. He definitely is, yo. He is. But yeah, I mean, I don't think NBC, y'all gotta chill with it. But not only NBC though, a lot of channels be canceling black shows, but the successful black shows. I didn't know that NBC doing that a lot though, but.
And then we also have networks, and I'm not going to say their name, that are for black entertainment television, but are not owned by. Never mind. We get it. We get it. Next topic. You know what?
We get it.
Let me put it back to back, because it's just.
Next year we're gonna talk about the Golden Girls. How y'all feel about the Golden Girls?
Thank you for being a friend. Oh. That's what I'm starting doing. Y'all just singing every time. That's my show. Can't nobody read like Sophia Petrillo. I want to shout Blanche for being a lady. Yes, I'm here for it. And I loved it. Like, I loved how it just, even now, I can watch the whole episode, like all their seasons, and crack up like I've never seen it before. And so, listen, I'm here for it. R.I.P. Betty White.
I watched Golden Girls as a kid. I can hold you. I didn't understand the show. I never watched it as an adult, but I feel like I need to watch it now.
Yes, you'll definitely. Because there's certain things, like when I was younger, I didn't understand, like the episode when Blanche went through menopause, and I'm like, what is happening? What's menopause? And now I'm like, oh, that's what was happening to my mama when she was being crazy. I get it now. I love you, Mom. But I definitely loved it. I was here for it, and it's crazy that Sophia was actually the youngest out of all four of them, but she played the mother.
Oh wow! Fun
fact, if you didn't know that, guys.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought she was older. Oh, you thought
Yeah,
she
Sophia. Yeah, she was actually the youngest out of the four, but she got cast for the mother. I want to say, well, damn. Well, I have to do math, but yeah, she was definitely the youngest out of all of them.
That's crazy. But you know, recipe to all of them, man. Cause
Yes.
Legends. And of course, the legendary to recently Betty White. I'm upset that she didn't make the 100. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was like,
she was so close.
She was, man. But best thing we could do that and appreciate her legacy. I will watch. The Golden Girls at adult. I never watch that adult, so I am gonna watch it at adult.
Yeah, so. And they also have a spinoff. So
you do got a spinoff. They do got a spinoff.
So if you've never watched, so Ken, I'm sorry. So the way that the show ends is that Dorothy ends up getting married, which is fun. Yeah, she got married to Blanche's cousin or uncle or something. So she ends up moving out. And then they end up like buying a hotel or something, and it becomes a golden palace. Fun fact, Don. Oh God! Yeah, I know the actor John Cheetah.
Chino. Well, I can sound like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the actor. He's actually in that show as well.
Oh wow!
Golden Palace. Yeah.
Oh wow!
So if you watch the Golden Girls, there are a couple people that pop up. Like George Clooney was in the Golden Girls. There's been a couple like people before they were like well-known stars who actually had little pieces in that show as well. Like that's also on Hulu, y'all. If y'all want to watch it on Hulu.
Hold on, question. What channel was Golden Girls originally? Was it on ABC or NBC or what? I try to remember.
I don't know because I started watching it when it was on. I feel like Lifetime. I don't know, but I know it's always on Lifetime television.
I feel like it was the ABC originally, but I feel like it was the ABC. But
let's see. You know me. Let me do my little
let's do the Google factor quick, and then we'll go to the next show.
So yeah. Oh, okay. Give me a second, y'all. Play some music real quick. So originally it was on NBC.
Oh, NBC. Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
It had 7 seasons. It ran from September 14th to May 1992. Also, September 14th, 1985 to May 9th, 1992. So yes.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So yes, Estelle Getty is who played Sophia. She was the youngest. Yes.
Okay. Roddy, you got anything to say about Golden Girls?
Nah, I ain't got nothing on the Golden Girls.
Okay. All right. So the next show we got, which recently got a reboot now, the Wonder Years. Y'all watch the Wonder Years, the original Wonder Years?
Oh gosh.
What about you, Vanna?
I feel like I'm confusing the Wonder Years with Doogie Howser MD, and that's 2 different shows.
Yeah, 2 different shows.
It's 2 different shows. Because is it the Wonder Years with the boy that is DJ Tanner's brother in real life? Wait, is that the right guy? Hold on, give me a second.
The Wonder Years is Corey from Boy Meets World brother.
Oh, okay. But there was a show that actually DJ Candace something. Her brother is actually an actor too. But okay.
Really? Wait. What show? What show is that? Really?
Hold on. You give me a second. Hold
on. While she get her Google facts, I'm gonna talk about the Wonder Years. I enjoyed the Wonder Years. You know, I watched it as a kid. Arnold was funny. No, is it Arnold? I can't remember the name, but it was funny. The girl leaves. She was my crush as a kid.
Danica McKellar.
Yeah, she was one of my childhood crushes. And I enjoyed that show. I watched the whole series recently. Cause it could have been a long time since I watched it. So, I've been watching Wonder Years, yo. Especially because the reboot.
I honestly feel like I need to go back and rewatch it. I feel like I remember the song, but I need to rewatch it. You love that's something about. Okay.
Yeah. But I know when I watched it recently, I never remember how it ended, and then I saw the end. Like, oh dang, and like that, I was upset.
There's certain shows that they ended that I'm still pissed about, and we'll get to it.
We will get to that.
Yes.
But this was originally on ABC. I definitely know that because I used to watch it on ABC as a kid. Then they moved to WB. In the 90s, I watched it too when they showed the reruns and stuff like that. And now they have the reboot. that also on ABC now, and yeah, the reboot is actually pretty dope. You know, everybody wants to make reboot, but it's actually pretty dope. And the original guy is behind it, also with Lee Daniels and
Okay. I'm wondering and maybe that they probably had an interview and spoke about it, because I know right now it's from the lens of an African American family, correct?
Yeah.
You know, okay. Yeah. I'm always curious, you know. I'm gonna see about it.
And also, Don Chino is the narrator.
Okay.
And also, in the original one, the dude that played Home Alone, the burglar, one of the burglars, he was the narrator for the original. I didn't know that until recently.
Oh, I didn't know that at all.
I didn't know that. I didn't know until recently. Like, what? I did not know that he was the narrator. I'm like, wow.
What's up?
That is what's up. So next we got, even though this was not a primetime show, this was on Saturday morning, but through counting because it's a popular sitcom in the 80s. Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell.
I want to say Zach Morris was the first white boy I had a crush on, I think.
Yeah,
and yes, Zach, yes. How you doing? Yes.
I want to say Zach Morris is trash. I want to say Zach Morris is trash, yo.
Zach Morris was smooth. I want to shout out Lisa Turtle, Laura Voots.
Oh yeah, Lord.
She definitely had some outfits. She was definitely here, you know, doing her thing. And shout out to like that series, because they had the movies, because then eventually Kelly and Zach got married. But I think everyone remembers Saved by the Bell when Jesse took the caffeine pills and was crazy.
I'm so excited. Yep.
You know,
classic.
Yeah,
and what about Dustin?
I didn't watch the reboot though.
Oh, hold on. We got to shout out Justin Diamond too. They can from bringing Dustin out. I don't hold you. Dustin was funny. I enjoy Squeak's character. I'm not gonna hold you. I enjoy Squeak's character, even though later he started moving himself from the cast. I enjoy Squeak's character. Rest in peace to Squeak as well. I ain't gonna hold you.
Rest in peace, Squeak, bro. I remember I used to watch that show and just enjoy watching everybody on that show. Like it was a cool show to me. I really enjoyed it, and I tuned in.
And
I always wanted to go to the Mac. So also, side note, y'all, if y'all Google, they actually have Saved by the Bell, like a pop-up like thing that goes to different cities, and you can actually sit and eat at the Max, and they like kind of recreate. Yeah, so they actually recreate like different scenes or like that we'll remember. So it's actually really dope if you Google it. It's an interactive experience. They have one like that for the office as well. So yeah, side note.
So I gotta do my I'm about to drop my facts. So the first original show of Saved by the Bell was called Good Morning Miss Bliss, and originally the show was not about the students; it was about the teachers.
What?
I would have never watched it
either. Imagine this was on Disney. The first version of the show was on Disney originally. I believe it was on Disney Channel. Then they realized the show wasn't working, so they changed the whole show.
The concept.
They changed the whole concept, and that when they came with Saved by the Bell, which was focused on the students that took away all the teachers.
And you know what? I kind of feel like that was one of the first shows. So shout out to Mario Lopez. I don't know how I feel about you because I heard some stuff about him a couple weeks ago. But shout out to A.C. Slater for his fine self back in the day. Hello. But I feel like that was one of the first shows, and I could be wrong, because y'all remember like they would have scenes and then everyone would pause and Zach would speak to the camera and then go back to the scene and stuff. And shout out to the Zach Morris phone. Like that phone was epic. I always wanted one of those. Like
you might be right. I gotta think about that. You might be right.
Like that's one of the first shows that kind of where they break the fourth wall. They actually speak to the camera, because remember this is being recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
Because shows don't do that anymore, and I think that's kind of something that we're missing. Well, not missing per se, but it added a special element to these shows. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he probably was. I think this was the first. I think. Yeah, that was one of the first shows to kind of break the fourth wall, and he stopped and addressed the camera and so on and so forth, and then the shows kind of started picking up on that.
Yeah, and then after the normal Saved by the Bell series, of course we had the movies, and then we had the Saved by the Bell College, which
I do remember the college, yeah.
Which was prime time, and they only had one season because that got canceled. But they also have Saved by the Bell New Class, where they had the whole new students, and Mr. Belden was through there, and then later in the season, Screech came down to help Mr. Belden as a assistant principal. Yeah.
You know what my issue is though? I think shows like that, and I don't know if anyone else has this problem. It's like once I watch a show and I'm invested to the cast, I don't want to see anybody else.
I agree. No, I agree.
Like once somebody leaves, they move, they die, they something. I don't care if it's your cousin coming to. No, I don't. You lost me and stuff. So I need to work past that.
And I
You're probably not the only one because.
Yeah,
facts be known that once a favorite character leaves or dies, a lot of people just exit the show.
I agree, and I'm not gonna hold you. I get like
that's
that.
The downfall of a lot of shows.
Yeah, I get I got like that when it came to Degrassi, even though it's now it's literally 2000. But I got like that when it came to Degrassi.
That's an honorable mention. Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, well, they did have a series in the 80s though. But the Degrassi I was talking about, it's in the 2000s. We can't talk about it. It did not fit in the episode, but
shout out to you, Aubrey Graham. That was Jimmy in the wheelchair.
We're gonna talk about that in the future. I'll bring it back for that.
Okay.
But Saved by the Bell is a dope show. The reboot, I started watching the reboot. I didn't finish the reboot, but I know most of them came back in season 2. They brought back Lisa, and it's very crazy because they had an issue with Lisa too, but she came back for the reboot. All of them came back, I heard. So I haven't watched that episode yet, but I haven't watched
it. Yeah. Oh, maybe I think that's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
Everything on Peacock. Yeah, another subscription for me to buy. Yay, joy! Thank you guys. It's a lot.
All right, next show we got 227. How y'all feel about 227?
Yes, with Jackie Harris, Jackie. Because I feel like everyone had their grandmama was like the old little lady in the window, always looking. And Regina King's career started. Yep. Well, I don't want to say it started there, but she played a big role in that, and also prayers to her and her family right now.
Yeah, agreed. Regina King. Yeah.
So I definitely like that show. I enjoyed 227. I liked all the personalities that they had. It was a really good show.
I mean, I watched 227, but it's one of those shows I didn't watch like faithfully though. But I did watch 227. I did like the characters in the show. Yeah, I enjoyed 227. I might have to watch it more. I need to watch it. I probably gotta watch it more now. Like in this, as an adult though. I gotta watch it more.
227 was alright for me. I watch it every now and then if it's on TV or not. It's not my top tier show that I go to, but if it's on, I watch. It's cool. Jackie A, seen her on it.
And I forgot that Countess Vaughn was on there too. I forgot.
Yeah. She was
definitely because she played Brenda's best friend, I think, or something.
Oh wow! And also let's give Mia Gibbs her flowers too. The legend Mia Gibbs.
Yeah, Mia Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs, yes.
Marla Gibbs, sorry. Marla Gibbs,
yes.
Yes. I love her, man. I love Marla Gibbs, man.
I want to say just recently, like she's 90 years old, and I want to say just recently she got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I want to say just recently, not too long ago.
That's crazy. Yeah. Next show we got, and we already spoke a little bit about it already. We spoke about the week rule about the show, but let's talk about a Full House. Let's talk about Full House. Y'all do your thing real quick. But how you feel about Full House?
I say, I'm always here for John Stamos and his hair. I was always here for it. I liked it. I liked the fact that it kind of showed, again, a single father with the support of his best friends, raising 3 girls, not knowing what to do. After his wife passed, all these shows had uncomfortable conversations and uncomfortable topics, like dealing with a loss of a parent and so on and so forth. So I definitely loved it. I love seeing the evolution of DJ and Steve and where they ended up now at Fuller House. Jesse and the Rippers. I loved it. When he did this song for Rebecca Forever, I think I still cry to this day because I love that. I was here for it. I remember the episode where I feel like the grandfather passed away, like he was staying with them and he came to visit and they had to like figure out how do you tell a child, because they had to tell Michelle like he passed away. Like there's certain things that were like monumental, you know, that this show did, and I loved it. I was here for them, and I always wanted a golden retriever. And if you can actually
me too.
You can actually visit. So I did years ago when I went to San Francisco. You can actually visit the house. I don't think you can go in. I actually drove past it and took a couple pictures. So you actually can go see the actual house.
That's what's up.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. I love Full House. Full House was one of my favorite shows. I used to watch it every time it came on Friday night on TGIF on ABC.
R.I.P. for TGIF Fridays. So that was a time to be alive. Like, people don't understand.
True. Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step.
It was like back to back, and then you went to sleep and you woke up and it was one Saturday morning. Like, these kids don't understand. They don't understand.
Yeah, but I used to love for how, you know, Danny Tanner with the lessons. He brought lessons. He was a cleaning freak. He was a cleaning freak.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
and then you had Joey would cut it out.
Joey, yeah. Oh my God, Joey was hilarious, yo. Joey was hilarious. Yo, I just found out recently that Joey was a character in the Muffets.
For real?
Yeah, I really found out like yesterday. Yeah, he was a character. I think he was Monster. I think in the Monster's Baby. I think. I
believe that. I actually really do believe it because he's actually. The funny thing is that him and Bob Saget are actually funny in real life. They're actually comedians,
they are,
and they're actually very funny. And it's kind of funny when you like. I watched some of Bob Saget's stand-ups, like probably like a year or two ago or whatever. Yeah. But you know him as Danny Tanner, and he's the clean and he does stand-up. And you're like, that. Hello, sir. What is happening?
No, I agree, yo. I was shocked when I heard some of this stuff too. I was like, wow. Bob Saget was hilarious. I remember my sister, she used to work in the hotel, and Bob Saget used to come in there, and she said that he used to be the friendliest person ever. When she was, I was upset that she got to meet him. I was like, dang, I wish I got to meet him. Shoot, Bob Saget, the legend. And one thing I love about there's one part I love about Full House. Of course, I like Steve and DJ relationship. I used to love their relationship. You know, the twins, you know, Michelle Tanner. She was one of the
Mary Kay Nasty. Shout out to Secure in the Bag at 2 months old. Like,
it was.
They started as babies. Like, shout out.
They did, yeah. And the one thing, I want to say one thing I hate about Full House was the finale, the series finale. Like, that's the one thing I hate about Full House.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the series finale. Did everybody like blow out the house or something? I forgot.
No, not even. No. The finale was Michelle was riding a horse and she fought the horse, and then she went to the hospital and she had
amnesia. Yeah.
Amnesia. Yeah. I was upset that was the finale. I'm like, why is this a finale? Like that.
Did she get her memory back?
She got it back.
She got
it back. Though. I was saying though, like, dang, y'all could have had something more better for the finale though. That for a series finale at that.
Yeah, but I also feel like the both of them went ahead and they built an empire because they had the movies, they had the TV shows. They
did kill it.
You can't deny that.
You know, I know everybody clowning them for their look because they look older than they is, but get up their flowers while they do here. Cause I don't want to hear people still clowning them all these years and then they try to, you know, say they were fans of them. But get their flowers, man. You know,
I think it was. I hate saying it was nice, but it was. I hate saying nice when it comes to death, but it to know that they were there at his funeral, even though they didn't want to come back to the show, but they came. But then, like, I felt like it was like, all right, it kind of went full circle. So yeah. And I love Kimmy Gibbler. Shout out to her. The annoying best friend. I'm pretty sure I'm the annoying best friend to people. I understand Kimmy, and I'm here for her and all her shenanigans and stuff.
The whole show was a win for me.
It was, and also shout out to them when they did Fuller House as well, man, because at least they got the story the right way too with Fuller House, and but it's one thing that I gotta say that I like. This will lead up to the next show. I like when they have.
But I have a question too after you though.
I don't. Question first.
So my question is, so do you kind of feel like it was? I liked how they kind of went with it, but do you kind of feel like it was kind of cheesy to start DJ the way that her father started, or do you think if her husband was alive, it would have had a different narrative? Because I was just like, well, we've seen this before, and then the two friends come in and da-da-da, but I think the difference was they kind of, I just kind of was like, really, y'all, we seen where this went, but okay.
It basically was a girl version of what the guys did, but Fuller House, it was the girl version, basically. It was, that's how I saw it. That's how I saw it. And I kind of agree, because I think I did try to make it like, DJ was
the Danny Tanner, literally.
Stephanie was Uncle Jesse, and Kimmy was Joey. Yeah, exactly what it was. But back to what I was about to say though. One thing I love about TV show period, I love crossovers. And shockingly, they had a crossover with this show and another show. They had DJ and Steve Urkel on the show together. Oh, what is Stephanie? They was on the show together. I think it was Stephanie, but I know Urkel came to the Full House. I remember that. Yeah, Urkel came to Full House. I mean, one time. Well, now that we mentioned Steve, now I'm very mad at this. Steve. I remember Steve was in Full House. Steve was in Step by Step too, actually, and and he was mentioned on Boy Meets World. He was in Boy Meets World. He was mentioned in Boy Meets World.
He was.
But that's also why, because the shows were on the same network, right? Everybody so that's what it only makes sense for them to kind of cross over. But it's like, well, did Steve Urkel live in Chicago? He took a flight to San Francisco. Okay, y'all.
Exactly, yeah.
I see.
But Fatty Matters. I mean, I don't want to do my Fatty Matter rant. I don't know. I heard my Fatty Matter rant before. But one thing I would say that I love Fatty Matter. Family is a dope show, but I feel like Steve. They gave Steve too much attention for me. Too much attention that took away from the family. But other than that, I mean with the extra character, with the murder Urkel and them. I love Stuff Farm, but murder Urkel, Bruce Steve and all that. I feel like that shit it didn't needed that. But I like the Full House. I mean, Family Matters though. I like the Family Matters though. The later season was just weird though. But how you feel about Family Matters?
Family Matters was great. I love Family Matters. I said, I watched all the episodes, all the seasons. It was it told a lot of lessons in Family Matters as well.
It did.
Like, Laura was dating all these jerks in school, and then at the end, she finally gave Steve a chance after Steve was trying to get at her for the whole time. And
real life stuff.
Eddie being a ladies' man, and he ended up being a cop, just following his dad's
facts.
And of course, we had an appearance by Orlando Brown on there.
He was adopted kid. Yeah.
And then the guy who played Richie, he ended up getting to be on soap operas. Like, it's crazy. How these shows really mold these people, and then after the shows end off where they go. But Family Matters was great. I give it a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I love Family Matters. Later season was questionable. I wouldn't give it that high. I would probably give it like a 7-8. It wasn't a bad show, but I just feel like they should have focused on the family more. That was my only issue. But don't get me wrong. I do have some favorite episodes on Family Matters. A lot of favorite episodes on Family Matters. I do like the whole Steve and Laura arc in the later season, though. That was actually one of my favorite part of the show.
Every time he changed in the time machine, I got excited, and I loved all that stuff. So that's more of why I love Family Matters more.
I mean, when I watched it as a kid, of course I loved it, but when you watch it again as an adult, you're like, it's good. It was a good show, but it was some things, I guess, questionable for me as an adult. You know?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy it now, because when it was airing, we were kids.
Exactly, we enjoyed that as kids. Exactly, but you know what? But Vanna made it kind of quiet. Vanna, how you feel about Family Matters?
I would like to say shout out to Journey's Smollett, who played Michelle's best friend. Yes. I'm butchering her name today, but it's okay. Because she definitely. That's the first time I ever was seen her, but she was also in Full House too. She definitely was in Full House.
Yeah, she was in Full House. Yeah.
Because her and Michelle share some chips. Okay, yeah. So here we go. So yeah, I actually liked it because I like seeing the fact of, again, another successful African American family, a blended family, because you had Rachel, who was the sister of the mother, and she was she's a single mom raising her son. She had Rachel's place. Who else? We had, you always gotta have grandma there because grandma was a thing.
Grandma, man, I love her.
Why was Judy always in her room?
Well, apparently, we just show inside. She went up there, never came down.
She never came back down.
She never came down.
She stayed up there for real. But I do love it. I love that they had Waldo. He was like our Cole before we met a Cole, and I love it. Yep, that's definitely true. So I was here for it. I loved when Stefan Urkel. I'm here for it. But I don't know if you guys ever watched.
He was a smooth brother, man. He was a smooth.
He was very smooth. But I don't know if you guys ever watched his unsung episode, and how they kind of his character wasn't supposed to be the main focal point.
Yeah.
On the crowd's reaction and stuff, that's how they kind of pushed him to be that person. But Urkel's like, never give up on your dreams. If you got a dream girl in your life, keep pushing.
For it, because he will.
They also talked about things. I remember the episode where Eddie got arrested, but they didn't know that his father was a cop.
Oh yeah.
They recently profiled him and whatever, and he didn't do anything, but they still didn't care. And then so they definitely talked about a lot of things. Even there was an episode I want to say when Laura or her friends, they were taking either fat pill, they wanted body.
Oh yeah, body.
Really valid and stuff. So I definitely like the tone that they set. I can't remember how it ended. This is horrible.
Oh, I know how it ended. I know it got canceled. So let's explain this. So it was on ABC for 8 seasons. They moved it to CBS. CBS, yes. They moved it to CBS on second half of season 9. They changed Harriet. Harriet left the show. They changed the mother, which was Gina Mons from Martin. That was the mother for the last season of Family Matters.
Oh wow!
Yeah. This is season 9. So the arc was Steve and Laura finally together and stuff like that. The season finale, it got canceled. It wasn't supposed to get canceled. The season finale was Steve went to space. He came back.
Yes, I love you, Lord.
He came back. Yeah, I love you, Lord. And he came back, and then that was it. So originally, it wasn't supposed to be season 10, but it got canceled due to low ratings. They canceled Family Matters and Step by Step at the same time.
Well, I actually have a fun fact about. I don't know if I should save it for the other show, but I have a fun fact about a show related to Family Matters.
I guess you talk about Step by Step. Yeah, when we get to
No, I'm not.
Oh well. Oh, what show?
So I want to say, if you look closely, and I had to watch it a couple times. I'm gonna watch it tonight too after we're done recording. But if you look at the pilot episode of Living Single, I'm pretty sure it's damn near the same exact set from Family Matters.
Really?
If you look at the pilot episode, and yeah, it looks damn near like the same episode. It looks like Family Matters. I actually put up a picture just now. It is the same exact set they used for Family Matters. So there's a fun fact about Family and Living Single. So it's actually the same set for the pilot episode of Living Single.
Interesting. We're gonna talk about Living Single too a little later. But one thing, I think y'all know about this. Cause we spoke about this. Family Matters was a spinoff to the show Perfect Stranger, where Harriet was on Perfect Stranger. She was the elevator lady. Elevator lady. Huh?
Isn't that how they show how the two of them met or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she was the elevator lady, and then they brought her into the show. Just because I guess they loved when them two were together. That's how they made the Fanny Matters show on concept. Yeah. And not for nothing, if you play Do the Urkel at a party, I will definitely do the Urkel. So that was the dance. Like you had that was like our cha-cha slide before the cha-cha slide. Like you had to put one do everybody do the Urkel dance. Yeah,
the next gathering I go to, I'm playing Do the Urkel. If y'all don't do it, you're not my friend. Respect.
You know something? Like he wanted to get away from the Urkel image, so it was hard. Like he was going crazy because everywhere he go, they'll just know him as Urkel, and
that's true.
Him as that. Like for a while, it just drove him crazy. So he just stopped making roles and did voiceover.
He was on. He did Sonic. He did like 3 versions of Sonic cartoon.
Mm-hmm. But he's actually Jaleel White is actually a really good actor.
He is.
If you remove it's Urkel, he's actually a really amazing actor.
No, he is.
I think doing a lot of commercials now.
He still be on show. He be on like guest appearances though. He be on
he was guest appearances for sure.
Yeah, but I enjoyed you did the right as Urkel though. I ain't gonna hold you. I did enjoy her as Urkel, and I wish I did. I did when they came with a season 10 so they could end the show. With Steven.
Remember, he also did a show for himself afterwards called Grown Ups, and it kind of
Grown Ups. Yeah, Grown Ups, and another show Rock My Baby. Yeah.
But that's almost like also like and again, none of us are actors, but then you also have to think like now in 2022 there's characters like Urkel and like Martins and the Will Smith that are iconic until this day. Like those are like so it's like it's a gift and a curse. I'd rather it be more than a gift and a curse, but again, he's an amazing actor, off screen. He is. When he's still white.
He is. But shout out to Fanny Matters. So next year we got the Simpsons. And to this day, this show is still on to this day. This show is still on to this day.
And
I have a confession.
What happened?
So as a child, I kind of watched it, like a couple episodes maybe, but I really didn't engulf myself in The Simpsons until we went on lockdown in 2020. And it's on is it Disney Plus? It's on one of those platforms.
It's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney. All the episodes on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so
and later episodes on Hulu.
So I didn't engulf myself until fairly recently. So I'm here for it. I want to go to Universal Studios and go to Simpson Land and have a big ass donut and go to Moe's Beer and drink one. So yes, but their predictions.
Oh my God. On point.
Be on point.
Gee Louise. The Simpsons. I ain't gonna hold you. As a kid, I used to watch this as a kid. I had to sneak to watch it because my parents used to ban me to watch the Simpsons as a kid. I remember when they had the Treehouse of Horror and the family pulled out a knife and they wanted to kill each other. My father and my parents were like, nope, you can't watch the Simpsons no more. I was upset, yo. I was upset as a kid until I got a little older. I guess in like probably when I got to junior high school, I thought I watched it again, and yeah, and I've been a fan ever since. You know, and even today I do watch the Simpsons. I love Homer's my favorite character. Homer's my favorite character. I ain't gonna hold you. Bart is my second, but Homer is hilarious, yo. I'm not gonna hold you. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Simpsons, yo. What about you, Roddy?
I like the Simpsons, but like the new ones is too watered down to me now.
I'm not gonna hold you.
That's how I feel about it.
No, I'm not gonna hold you.
Simpsons.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's funny that the show been on for many years, and I know people is like how Simpsons seem like they got a reboot even now, and I believe it because if you think about it, the show has not been the same now. Like how the original version from the 80s to the 90s, I believe from the creative change. Yeah, the creative character, the creative backstage change. Yeah, yeah, basically.
I was saying that the creativity in the 90s and the 80s even was so fresh. Like
yeah, exactly.
It was so much more they did, and so much more like now that I don't know. It's like I know. It's probably like they're doing it, but they're not putting in all the effort. That's all I can say about that.
And the crazy thing is, the creative, he's like, yo, he never go to end the Simpsons. He said like this show could go on forever. Like I don't know how, but he said it was gonna be some kind of type of creative current events for the show, and that's true. I think it is. It is, but I agree with you, right? It is kind of watered down now. In the later seasons, I agree with that.
Because I kind of feel like, and I know that this is probably off topic, but this, like for me, okay, like I can watch a couple episodes of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
However, I can sit for hours and yes, judge me, and watch South Park until I'm blue in the face. But it still has the pop for me. Like, granted, like the graphics were not horrible. It wasn't, when they were first starting out. But
yeah,
like I can watch South Park straight out, and they're current. Like they have, like I don't think The Simpsons like had anything about like the pandemic and stuff. But South Park, they made sure to stay current with what was going on. They talked about like when people were obsessed with when Apple first came out, and they just knew it. They go out the window, and I'm here for it. But like The Simpsons is like, all right, is Maggie going to stop ever stuck in a pacifier? Can she at least start to walk or something? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I mean, at least South Park they grew up. At least South Park they actually grew up for like a while and not just like one episode. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, we can talk about South Park. South Park was made in the 90s. Shockingly, even I didn't watch South Park in the 90s. I watched South Park in the late 2000s. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't have cable in the 90s to watch South Park. So yeah,
I didn't have cable. It's crazy.
I didn't have cable until like the 2000s.
Okay.
Actually,
okay. So, but I feel like watching South Park was like after dark. Like it always was on Comedy Central, and you had to like sleep to watch it because there was no way my mother was gonna be okay with me watching that.
Me either.
No, absolutely not.
Really too raunchy.
Yeah, very raunchy. Yeah, very raunchy.
But but my song is Kyle's mom is that's the I love the yes, South Park.
But the next show that we're about to talk about, I couldn't watch it as a kid either. I watched some episodes. I can't really talk about this much. It's Married with Children. How do you feel about Married with Children?
So I started watching it more like when I got older, when it comes on like 3:00 in the morning and you was up.
Of course, yeah.
That's when I started watching it, but poor Al, the salesman selling shoes. He just wants a bear. Peggy can't cook. You got the pretty. It was what it was. I guess it satisfied somebody's needs, and that's that.
Thanks. Like I said, I didn't watch it as a kid. I watched it a little bit. Got older. I mean, I didn't watch it faithfully. I mean, it was an eye show. Pretty interesting, and yeah. I can't. Don't say much to have much. What about you, Roddy?
I didn't really get into it. I'm sorry. It just wasn't for me.
So next up. What about Grooming Pains? Probably about the end of the 80s. We probably about the end of the 80s. This is crazy. What about Grooming Pains, y'all? Vanna, did you watch Grooming Pains?
I'm sorry. That's a. I think I've seen. Wasn't that when I'm lost without you? Robin Thicke's father, right?
Yep.
So I've seen a couple episodes, but I wasn't a hardcore watcher of it. No.
I ain't gonna hold you. I did watch it.
Alan Thicke. He died.
Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke. Yes. Yeah, recipe to Alan Thicke. Yeah, I watched this as a kid as well. Kirk Cameron, Alan Thicke.
That's DJ's brother in real life.
Oh yeah.
That's her brother.
Yep.
There you go. That's her brother.
Kirk Cameron. Yep. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cameron. There you go. Kirk Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, but
wow, I didn't. That's news.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about
that's
that.
That's her brother. Because there was actually an episode where he played himself on Full House.
Yep, he did. Yeah, I remember that episode now.
Yeah, I remember that episode now. Brother. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I actually like this show. I like the show. Like I said, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I like this. I like this show. Recipe to Alan Thicke, though. And last show from the 80s, but I didn't know this. I thought the show was from the 90s. Seinfeld.
Your theme song.
Sorry.
I've seen a couple episodes of Seinfeld. Again, when I was younger, no. As I got older and I was able to be up or being up and watch things on TV, I watch it. If it comes on now, I watch it and stuff and things. And there's certain references that I do remember, but it wasn't like my go-to.
Agree. I didn't watch it when it was on, but I watched it after the fact. And when I watched it, this is pretty funny. I'm not gonna hold you. Jerry Seinfeld and that whole character. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. And but all the episode is on Netflix now.
Wow.
Netflix brought it. Yep, Netflix brought it.
Netflix is securing that bag.
Back, yo.
So they have a lot of old shows on there on Netflix now. So they're securing the bag and paying people for these episodes.
Yeah.
Residuals.
Back.
You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 5. Chill!